Yeah, I know, guys, I've been gone for a while, but that's only because I've been sick for the past week, wasn't really feeling well, so it gives me enough time to play some video games. And of course, since this is trending all over the place, I might as well put my foot in the ring and see what it does for me. Anyway, I don't even know where to begin with this mess. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. So Suicide Squad is the new video game that is made by Rocksteady Studios. Rocksteady Studios is famous for making those Arkham Asylum video games, you know, the Batman games that are completely awesome. And after years of waiting for the next superhero video game to finally come out, we have this game. And does the game live up to the hype? I don't know. That all depends if you think the Arkham games were nothing but a bunch of pieces of turd. I mean, what the heck even was this thing? I mean, I don't think anyone really asked for a Suicide Squad video game. I do remember that people were asking for a Superman video game. We wanted a Wonder Woman video game. We would have been okay with a Green Arrow video game because why not? And instead, they decided Suicide Squad because they were popular, right? I mean, they had a movie in 2016, and well, it was a movie. Well, then again, it had a sequel that everyone said was a whole lot better than the first movie. But come on, guys. We all know that we forgot about the second movie a long time ago. But there's that. Okay, where were they popular? Where were they popular? They were introduced in the TV show Arrow. Ah, I knew it. I knew I would find something that makes them look cool. But anyway, a part of that was not exactly something I was excited for. Honestly, I completely forgot this video game was even coming out for, like, throughout the holidays, and just recently got the news. But anyway, what is this game like? Oh, I don't know. This game is like Fortnite meets Injustice. I mean, you have the Suicide Squad, only 4 members of them. You have King Shark, you got Captain Boomerang, you got Deadshot, and you got Harley Quinn. And the only one that I really liked the most was King Shark because he was the one with the quotes, the quips, and he was the only one that looked cool. What was the worst member out of the entire team? Well, that would have to be Captain Boomerang. I mean, they tried many moments to make him relatable, make him funny, and make him, well, something, but in truth, he actually got annoying after a while. And what was the whole point of him wanting to piss on the Flash? I mean, what type of fetish is he into? Anyway, we also got Deadshot, and Deadshot is kind of basic. I don't know, they don't really give him that much character. But then there's the one character that everyone seems to be talking about when it comes to this video game, and that is Harley Quinn. And I don't know about you guys, maybe I'm just out of touch and out of date of society, but is it me, or is the Harley Quinn trend just kind of overstayed its welcome? Because there's nothing really about Harley Quinn that really stuck with me in this game. She's still the quirky, weird Joker lady that she always is, but then she gets these serious moments that kind of come out of nowhere, which makes absolutely no sense knowing the character of Harley Quinn. I mean, granted, yeah, she has gone through character changes throughout her time in the comic books, or even the lore itself, so there I get it. But when it comes to this video game, when you see her crazy side, and then you see her innocent side, I'm like, pick your poison. I mean, what do you want me to do here? And anyway, they're being called in because well, what was the villain? Brainiac. Brainiac is coming down to Earth. He's setting a plan to take over the Earth, and what does he do? He takes over the Justice League. He takes over the Justice League to be his minions on taking over the world, and it's up to the Suicide Squad to finally take them down. Hence the name, Kill the Justice League. Now, when you think about it, Brainiac, you have a Superman villain coming to Earth, you have Superman in the video game, and what is the one hero that doesn't get affected by Brainiac and joins the Justice League to finally take him down? It's Wonder Woman for some reason. I mean, that whole entire plot line itself was just completely wasted. I mean, I don't even know why they chose her not to be infected by Brainiac. All the rest of the Justice League did, or in this case, 4 of them. I mean, you got the Flash, you got Green Lantern, you got Batman, and you got Superman, and I don't know where the rest of the Justice League are. Maybe they're taking a vacation or something, but this is what we got to deal with. And honestly, the only funny part that I really found in this game was when Deadshot is seeing the Flash, and the Flash is sitting there, and he's thinking about sniping him, and when he finally shoots the gun, the Flash disappears, and then he reappears right behind him and says, "Did you get him?" That was the only part that, in my mind, I thought was good. It made me laugh, so there was that. But in reality, when it comes to fighting the superheroes, that was like the only interesting fun part throughout the entire game. So the fights were pretty good, but there's not a lot of options you get from any of the members of the Suicide Squad. I mean, sure, they have their own identical weapons, but guns and knives, that's really what we got. Oh yeah, and you have Harley Quinn's bat, so there's that as well. But when it comes to the death of the Justice League, I thought it'd be a lot more serious, but it really wasn't. The only one that actually had a serious death throughout this entire video game, spoiler alert, is Wonder Woman. And I'm gonna say this right now, that whole entire scene really made me mad. I mean, you got Wonder Woman being one of the good guys in this video game, and she's fighting Superman. And I thought to myself, if you would have switched to Wonder Woman and have you play as Wonder Woman to take down Superman, it would have made it a whole lot better. But they don't do that. No, instead you're still with the Suicide Squad just following them around, and she's getting the crap beat out of her, which makes absolutely no sense because her shield has kryptonite on it. All she has to do is show that shield right in front of Superman, and he's down for the count. And yet, every time he hits the shield, every time he touches it, he's still tough enough to kick her to the atmosphere. So, apparently someone's not reading the comics. Oh yeah, and also there's a scene, and it's a scene with King Shark. He puts on the Green Lantern ring and he starts gaining the Green Lantern powers. And I've heard a lot of people online that are saying that's not how the lore works. The ring has to choose you in order for you to get those powers. So clearly someone's not doing their job. But anyway, the Justice League itself is being... No, not the Justice League. The Suicide Squad is being run by this woman named Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller, of course, being one of the weirdest villains... Actually, one of the best villains in DC comic books. I wouldn't really say she is a villain per se. I would say she is anti-villain. She's doing this for several reasons, mostly corrupt reasons, but she's doing it for what she calls the greater good, despite the fact that she has taken all the super villains of the DC comics, putting bombs in their necks and making them do her bidding. So take it as you will. But in this game, I mean, what the heck even was this woman? I expected Amanda Waller to be kind of like the female Lex Luthor. She believes that she's doing the right thing, but you can see the corruption, the evilness inside of her. Oh yeah, and speaking of Lex Luthor, oh man, they completely destroyed Lex Luthor in this game. I mean, there's not just one Lex Luthor in this game. There is two Lex Luthors. There's Lex Luthor 1 and then Lex Luthor 2.0. And I don't know what type of voice actor they got for him, but he kind of sounds like, for a second, he kind of sounds like he has throat cancer or something. So there's that, but it just didn't feel like Lex Luthor. I mean, granted, I don't expect every single Lex Luthor to be like Gene Hackman, always smiles and always cracking wise and being one step ahead of the curve. But come on, at least make him a little bit interesting. But anyway, when it comes to the gameplay or like that, because I remember from the Arkham games, it isn't just them taking down the superheroes or taking down the supervillains, all that such. There are all these side missions around, and those were fun to do and all such. And when you're playing as Batman in the Arkham games, it isn't just, jump into action and start beating up a bunch of people. No, you're standing on top of a building, you use your X-ray vision to scan the entire area of how many bad guys you're dealing with, and you strategize on how to take it down. You do it Batman style. That's what we loved about the Arkham video games. In this one, they just show up on top of rooftops, and apparently Brainiac's little minions are super easy. They're like gosh darn easy to take down. And after a while, it just got really boring. That got to the point where I just completely ignored the side missions and just continued on with the boss battles. This is the only challenge that I could find in the game. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about Suicide Squad. It's more or less okay. I mean, there's some things that I did like about it, some roads that they did do, but it doesn't change the fact that this is not a good game, guys. I mean, this is a complete waste of money. Just because you have like 10 minutes of clip or some action moves that were pretty fun, it still doesn't change the fact that there are several moments that irritated me, some things that got me so frustrated. There are some moments where I don't even know where they're taking these characters, but they did. I mean, granted, all I'm thinking about to myself, is there another video game out there where the Justice League turns evil and you're forced into fighting against them and taking them down? Oh wait, there is! It's called the Injustice games, made by the same company that made that made Mortal Kombat. So there's that. So in other words, there's absolutely no reason for this game to even exist. I mean, the Suicide Squad themselves are not that popular, and we already have a video game where we have ourselves fighting the Justice League. So, in other words, what was the whole point of this game? So all I gotta say about Suicide Squad is that despite 10 minutes or so moments, and despite one character that I followed, it doesn't change the fact that the rest of this game is nothing short of just a complete migraine. So all I gotta say, with Suicide Squad, no one's gonna hate you if you skip it. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Suicide Squad. Man, if video games didn't cost $60, I don't think a lot of people would be so mad. But that's all I gotta say about that. So guys, Suicide Squad, have you played it? What did you think of it? Not all opinions are going to be the same on this. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to enjoy everything about this game. And their opinions matter, even on my channel. Whatever you thought, comment down below. Also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.